everybody. We should be live now. I also didn't tell my fans, my friends. Maybe they are my fans here. Oh, hold on one sec. I'm getting an echo in my ear. I have YouTube open somewhere and I need to find it. um, so, ladies, you can actually see the chat if you go over to the left side. It says chat and then public chat.
There
Oh,
it
I see
is.
it.
I see it.
Okay, perfect. Sorry. Wow, you were all talking so much in my ear. Great. Hello, welcome to Ladies Fright. I am your host Joan, and we're having Galentine's Day today. So that just to say, Valentine's Day is for love and like romantic and husbands, boyfriends, girlfriends, partners. That's not what Galentine's Day is. Galentine's Day is for friendship and girliness. And that's why we're all here. And as I mentioned in the invite, you don't have to be a girl, but you do have to bring a girly mindset today because we're having fun. That being said, I would love to introduce to you all the great people that I have here today. I'm going to start in alphabetical order just because it's been how I've been doing things. It's easier for me. So, Claire, would you like to introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, hello. I'm Claire. I run the YouTube channel Don't Scare Claire, where I tell the history behind haunted places, as well as real people's accounts of spooky things that have happened to them. And that is pretty much what I do all of the time. So it's a very quick introduction into what I do, basically. I have two co-hosts with me, which doesn't usually happen. Make sure I get these the right way around. Lucifer is up there and Bean is right here. So they will probably slough off at some point during the stream. But for now, I have two cats with me.
I like how usually a person will have like a devil and an angel on their shoulder. Instead, you have a devil and a legume on your sides. And I think that's magical for you.
I mean, exactly. She is technically Princess Tiabini Maria Beanie de Rochambeau
Yes.
Grunkowitz
Yes.
from Disenchantment. So,
Okay.
you know, we got the regal vibes as well.
Thank you, Claire. And then Florio, would you like to give a little introduction about yourself?
I'm Flario. I think everyone already knows everyone here, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do debunking, exposés, psychic exposés, etc.
Perfect. Jenny, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Hello, I'm Jenny Twigs. I run the YouTube channel, The Jenny Twigs. What do I do is an interesting question because I'm kind of just starting out, but I kind of look into the history of certain things, paranormal theories, locations, etc. So, yeah, just a lot of paranormal and some reactions. There's one reaction out there right now, but lots of spooky stuff.
Thank you. And then Stevie, would you like to give a little brief introduction? You're muted again, Stevie.
Oh,
What happened?
you're muted again, Stevie.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's
I keep
okay.
muting it to keep his sounds away because he keeps making these disgusting sounds. So, hi, I'm Phoebe. I also have a co-host today. Neptune insisted on joining me, and I run Truth or Demons podcast, also a YouTube show. And my main focus is debunking the Warren stuff, but I also like to branch out a little bit. I recently went to the Sally House and the McIntyre Villa, so I'm excited to do videos on those.
Thank you. And just so you know, we were supposed to have Raw Side Paranormal Laura here and Fantastic Publishing Sarah here. Laura had emergency, so she had to back out, and Sarah is not feeling well. So if we can send well wishes, that would be great. I will also warn, I am not going to be really paying too much attention to the chat and trying to host a party, but we will be playing a game, and then after the game, we'll be answering, just chatting and answering questions. Some people may need to leave, so just be mindful of that. I do have this guy back here moderating. He's not a pet. I do have a pet. I don't know if you can see him. He's like there. He's in his bed. So that being said, just so people don't think that I'm ignoring you, I technically am, but for good reason. That being said, we're gonna get into this game. for us in the States, it is Super Bowl Sunday, but we all know we all came for a different game. So we are going to be playing, hold on, present. And then I got to share my screen because I am a professional. I am a professional at this. No, where is it? We'll do window. There we go. We are going to be playing Haunt, Possess, Ghost. Some of you might be saying, "Hey Joan, isn't this F Mary Kill?" And shh, it's a different game. So the rules: you will have to pick one of the following for each person. You can either haunt, which will be you want to like hang out like around them like a spirit would, or you can possess, which means you want to take over this person and like take over their life. What you do with that is up to you. And then ghost, you want nothing to do with this person. I will say this is all in good fun. There might be some people that maybe we're a little prickly about, but that's the point of this game. That being said, I did add in one other rule because I played this with some of my friends who had no clue what's happening except for the things that I have told them. You will be allowed to ghost an entire card, but only one card. So be very mindful of who you decide to just ghost fully. I will give you that out. So that being said, do we have any questions before we get into this game? Perfect. The first one, the Jersey Devil, Bigfoot, or Mothman. Claire, would you like to go first? Who would you like to haunt?
Oh my god, the pressure going first. So, haunt is someone to hang around with, right?
Yeah. They can't necessarily always interact with you, but you can always interact with them like a ghost.
I reckon Bigfoot. I reckon that would be a laugh because like they never see anybody else, or like that sounds like my perfect Sunday, to be honest. Never seeing anybody, so definitely hang around with Bigfoot. That would be my choice.
Who would you like to possess?
Mothman. He gets the chicks, so you know.
I mean, I did just put his rear end on this, so that's fair.
I knew where this was going. Yeah.
And then Ghost is the Jersey Devil. As a native of New Jersey, that is personally offensive to me, but I think we can make it through this. Thank you so much, Claire. Florio, you're up next.
I guess I don't know. I don't know. I think I'd probably haunt Bigfoot because I like being in the forest. So that seems okay. Possess? I don't know. Maybe Jersey Devil and then Ghost the Mothman.
Oh, wow. Do you want to give your reason for ghosting the Mothman, or it's just the vibe that you're getting?
Yeah, I just like I never really like the Mothman vibes stories.
That's fair. Jenny, it is now your turn.
All right, I've got my answers. So I actually would want to haunt the Jersey Devil because that guy, what is going on? I need to know. Like what are you? Where are you? What are you doing? Why? I would haunt the Jersey Devil. I would possess the Mothman simply because I would like to fly. Like that seems like a good time. And you're right, he does have a historically good badonk. So yeah, and then I would ghost the Bigfoot just because I feel like it would be super isolating. So yeah, that's about it.
Stevie, your turn.
Okay, make sure I'm on, right? You can hear me.
Yes.
I would haunt I think I would have to say Bigfoot too for haunting because I just want to see what he's up to.
Okay.
And just because no one ever knows, and it would be really fun to know. I would possess. This is hard because I'm with some of you the flying thing, and I'm with like ghosting because the reasons and everything I agree, but I don't know. I would I think I would possess Mothman.
Okay.
And for similar reasons to Jenny. And also, I just think it would be cool to like be in the know of events before they happen, because that's apparently what he does. I mean, I know they're tragic events, but
Yeah.
maybe we can turn that around.
Better
And
PR. That's
I
what I'm
would-
always saying about Mothman. He just needs better PR.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe we can fix that.
Yeah.
And then I would ghost the Jersey Devil, just because I struggle with that story. So I have issues with it.
Yeah. I didn't decide if I was playing, but I'm just gonna jump in and do it now that. So let's see. Haunt. I would haunt the Mothman, so I could look at the booty the whole time, and he would never know. And then I would possess the Jersey Devil, because for me it would not be that hard of like a move. And like actually I could probably come back to like where I'm currently located, and like it'll just be a little bit of a different location for him. So it's more convenience than anything. And then I would ghost Bigfoot, because I don't want to be alone in the woods. Is my personal thing.
Fair.
Okay, next up. Oh no, forward. Sorry. Loch Ness, Old Shuck, or a werewolf. And we're gonna go the opposite order now. So Stevie.
Oh, I get to go first this time. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about Neptune's noises if you can hear them. I would possess.
Also, do
I
we
don't know.
know
I think
who
I
old...
would possess a. Wait, what?
I was like, do we know what all of these are? Because I should have mentioned that.
Actually, I don't know the middle one.
Okay,
I
Old Shuck
don't know
is...
Old Shuck.
Claire, do you know Old Shuck?
I know that there's a general sort of like folklore in the UK about a black shuck. Is it kind of the same thing, or is it
Yes.
a specific
Yeah.
character? Right.
No,
Okay.
I just looked up and it was like a demon dog from like Norfolk specifically. So
Yeah, so each sort of area of the UK, they tend to have their own sort of shuck legend, and it's basically the same. It's like a hellhound, massive black dog, said to be harbinger of doom, sort of bad omen kind of thing, is my understanding.
nice. I will also mention before you answer, Stevie, this was the most sexy and still appropriate picture I could find of Loch Ness. There is a lot of not great
Really?
photos if you look up sexy Loch Ness. It's not fun. It's a lot of anime girls with big boobs and scales. It's really upsetting.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
God.
I never would have guessed that. Honestly, I never would have thought that was a thing. That makes me think a little harder about my decisions here.
Okay.
So Loch Ness Monster is probably one of my top cryptids ever since I was a little kid. So I'd probably want to haunt that one. I think I would possess a werewolf just so I could figure out what it's like to be able to morph like that. I think that would be fun. And possess the Loch Ness Monster just because I want to, or wait, haunt the Loch Ness Monster because I want to hang out with the Loch Ness Monster. I would love to know what's going on down there and if it's anything worth knowing. And then I guess I would ghost the shuck simply because the idea of it sounds scary.
Okay, Jenny.
All right, I'm also gonna haunt the Loch Ness Monster. Was my number one cryptid as a kid. I was obsessed. I did a book report. I had like an old newspaper framed and a poster. It's a whole thing. So also that feels like it would be a reality TV show for me as the ghost. Like seeing a Loch Ness Monster, be like, oh, who's gonna see it? Oh, there's some people on the shore. They're gonna miss it. Like, it seems like a good time.
Nice.
I think I would possess the Old Shuck just because I haven't visited the area, so I could like, and apparently there's a bunch of different versions of it, so maybe if they're all technically the same, I can like bop around and explore the area. And I would ghost a werewolf because that just sounds a little too human. Like I'm having a bad time, it's the full moon, I'm mad. Yeah, I don't need that.
Nice. Flario.
All right. I would possess the Old Shuck, just because I think hellhounds are kind of cool. And maybe if I could like go between like the mortal world and if there was hell, that would be kind of fun to see. Which would be interesting to haunt him too, but I feel like I would like to see what it's like to be like a dog and run around, right? Because I wouldn't want to be a werewolf because that's too much pain. And they always wake up naked, and I just feel like that would be really embarrassing. So I wouldn't want to
Yeah.
deal with that. So, which is another reason why I would ghost the werewolf, because I don't want to see that. And I guess then I would haunt the Loch Ness, mainly just because I don't want to see a naked werewolf man. So,
I'm sensing a bit of a theme with that. Okay. Claire, how about yourself?
Oh, I was still stuck and I was waiting for another go around. Okay. I would haunt Old Shuck because puppies. I'm sorry, I've got to ghost the werewolf as well. Like, I don't want to
Yes.
see your little grisly like transformation and you breaking your bones and your nails growing out of unholy places,
Ugh.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that leaves me with haunting Loch Ness, doesn't it?
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
no, possessing.
Yeah, I mean, oh,
I think you're
oh
possessed.
yeah, you
Possessing
said
then,
you
yeah.
wanted to haunt the
Yeah.
shuck. Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm a good swimmer. I could do that. That's fine.
Funny enough, I have the same answer as Claire. I would possess Loch Ness, especially if this is the form of Loch Ness. I feel like this is stunning. She's beautiful. I love dogs. I have 2 of my own, so haunt Old Shock. And then yeah, now that you brought up the transformation of the werewolf and also the detransformation, yeah, that sounds awful, and I don't want to see that. So I would ghost. Fun. Next, we have Dana Scully, Morticia Addams, or Raven Baxter. And these specifically are the characters. And I'm going to switch it up now. So, Jenny, you are first.
Why would you choose me? No, I'm thinking so hard. Oh, okay. I mean, I want to possess Morticia Addams. Gorgeous queen, lovely husband, lovely house, great family. Enough said. Love her. I would want to haunt Dana Scully because I actually haven't. First of all, I haven't seen the X-Files, which is a crime. I need to watch it. Seems like a great time, personally. I'm so interested in UFO stuff, and so I would want to just be along for the ride. And then I would ghost Raven Baxter. I don't need the anxiety of knowing what's about to happen. I don't need it.
Florio, you are next.
Yeah, I would possess Morticia because it's Morticia. I would haunt Dana, I guess just to watch what the FBI is up to, but I do find alien stuff annoying and boring. But Raven is super annoying, so like, ugh, I'm just gonna ghost her.
Nice. Let's go with Don't Scare Claire.
I think we're very quickly going to learn who everybody's heroine is doing this round. Possess Morticia, obviously, iconic.
Okay.
So, yeah, a bit like Florio, I'm not really that interested in aliens. So, but then also, I never watched That's So Raven. I have no idea what it's about. There
She's a
was
psychic.
It's
psychic,
horrible. It's
It's
like
like a
a teenage girl, and it's bad acting. It's a Disney show. It's
Oh no. I'm gonna have
horrendous.
to go to that then. Yeah, no, that's not for me. I guess I'm learning about aliens.
Stevie, how about you?
All right, I'm gonna have to agree with everyone here. I would definitely possess Morticia because that is the life, and haunt Dana Scully because I love her job. I honestly, it was tough for me to decide on the haunting one because I want both their lives. So, and then of course I would ghost Raven. Also for similar reasons, I did not enjoy that show. It was kind of like high anxiety stress show. Like I wasn't much for that
Yeah.
teenage angst mixed with psychic.
It was like also really overstimulating. It had like these like flashing lights and stuff, and I'm just like, ugh, I
Yeah.
cannot deal with this.
I think I'm a little bit younger than both of you because I personally loved it, but I was also a child when it was on. So I have like fond memories of it. But also, I didn't realize this would be such a clean sweep because possess Morticia, haunt Dana because and people know this, I'm not a fan of aliens and I have to try really hard to like talk about aliens. And then my husband did bring up this point, and he's true that if we're talking about character, Raven is only 17 and I'm not hanging out with a teenager, so I'm gonna ghost her as
Yeah,
well.
it's a teenager thing, right? Now,
Yeah.
if you put up old Sabrina, new Sabrina, Ooh, but then Genie, but then also you gotta throw Buffy in there because that's a good one. That's
I probably
difficult.
should have
Those are
done
difficult to choose from.
Buffy. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
just trying to find.
Buffy's a good one.
I was trying to find this like this. All the slides technically have themes. This theme was like paranormal characters. So, well, next year, if we do this again. Next one. These are paranormal hosts. So James Brolin from Fact or Fiction, Cassandra Peterson from Elvira's Movie Macabre, or Michael Parkinson from Ghostwatch. And let's go with Stevie. You're gonna go first.
Okay. I actually love James Brolin from Fact or Fiction. That was one of my favorite shows growing up. So I would definitely possess him because I would love to have his job. And I mean, I love Elvira, so I'd haunt her just to hang out with her. And I'm not really familiar with Ghostwatch. I've seen a little bit of it on YouTube, but I don't know much, so I'd probably have to ghost him just because I don't know him. No offense to him or anything.
Yeah. Let's go with Jenny.
This is gonna be the same answer. So yeah, I also am a huge fan of James Brolin and Fact or Fiction. I love the like YouTube compilations where he's like, "Have you ever called someone?" Like just he cuts out the paranormal. It's like, "Have you ever tried?"
Mm-hmm.
No, it's so good. So I would haunt him actually, just because I would love to watch that. That would be so fun. I would be laughing in the afterlife. I would be having a great time. I would possess Elvira. Gorgeous, fun. Enough said. I'm also not super familiar with Ghostwatch, which is also why I'd have to ghost it. I think I'm like Stevie. I think I saw a few like clips on YouTube. It was interesting, I think, but I don't know if it would have kept me engaged.
It's very difficult to find now. If anyone on the state side is wondering about Ghostwatch, I know it's huge in the UK or was. Inside of Mind did a video about it that was very good and like told about a lot of stuff. So I do like that's how I knew about Ghostwatch. But I knew a person who had it like VHS recorded. So like that's how I've seen it.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah.
Nice.
And then Don't Scare Claire, would you like to go?
I feel like I've kind of got to rep the UK and give Michael Parkinson his dues because, like, what's going on? So I would probably possess Elvira because, I mean, enough said. Definitely haunt Michael Parkinson just to be involved and to see like how Ghostwatch all played out and everything when it was filmed. And everyone in the chat is saying that that is not James Brolin, it's someone else. I don't know who that is, but yeah, I'd ghost the dude. I don't know him.
I thought
Is that not his name? I don't know his name. I just know the show.
Wait, yeah, no, that's definitely not. That's the guy
I
from Star
forget
Trek.
his name. It's the guy from Star Trek.
Sorry,
#2.
guys.
Yeah.
I don't know people's names, and I looked it up. and then
Jonathan
when I
Frakes.
looked up-
That's right.
Yes.
That's
Oh.
right. I remember now.
There were two hosts. And
Yes,
I looked
yeah.
up James
There was
Brolin,
another guy.
and this
Yeah.
is the picture that came up when I looked it up. I'm so sorry.
That's so
Anyway,
funny. I don't
this
know their
guy.
name.
we guys,
Yeah, I don't
knew
even
this
know
guy.
Elvira's real name. Like, I mean, I names don't stick with me though. So
Same.
I'm bad with names. So Florio, now that we've established that I'm dumb, who would you pick?
yeah, I definitely possess Elvira for sure. Like, of course. I would haunt #2, whatever his real name is, for Fact or Fiction. And I don't know anything about Ghostwatch. I've never seen any of it, so
Oh, that was a good time. You would I think you would enjoy it because it now knowing about it, it feels real silly, like looking at it. For myself, I would haunt the Fact or Fiction guy who's not James Brolin. I would possess Cassandra Peterson because she's also just a really cool person in general. She's like an advocate for a lot of like addiction stuff and I believe LGBTQIA things. And then I would have to ghost Michael Parkinson just because like I don't really know the dude. I'm sorry. I know you from Ghostwatch and that's about it.
Right, everyone's homework after this. You need to go and
Yeah.
watch Ghostwatch because I'm so disappointed in all of you.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I agree, Claire. I
Yes, I'll
definitely
watch
need to.
Thank you, Stevie.
I got everyone, right? Everyone did this? Yes. Okay. Next one. Oh no! No! Don't look! Don't look! Next one. Also, everyone's assumed to be alive. I should say
Okay.
that. So, Florio, you get to go first with this one because this one was special for you. I bet you can't guess the theme.
Okay. I think that. This one's tough.
You do get one full ghosting, I will remind you. And apparently now you've seen all of them, so.
Well, I think that, okay, I think that I would maybe possess Lorraine
Okay.
and then just like hold a press conference and tell the truth.
Okay.
I love that.
I would haunt Teresa in the hopes that it scares her enough to stop doing it. And Chip, no, just
No.
ghost Chip.
Just ghost Chip. In case anyone's not aware, these people are all psychic. So,
Yeah.
honestly, anything you do
Psychic,
minus
yeah.
ghosting, you should be able to communicate with them, is the idea as well. So, Stevie, you also get to go next
Yeah.
because this was with you in mind as well.
I have to 100% agree with everything Florio just said. Like, I would possess Lorraine so I could tell the truth, and then I would ghost Teresa just simply to get her to realize what she's doing is ridiculous. Just like maybe scare her into being like, oh, maybe I'm an idiot. I don't know. And then definitely ghost Chip Coffee. I don't have anything against him. I just don't believe him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Claire, would
doesn't
you
have
like-
the same
sorry.
pull as Teresa. That's why
Yeah.
I chose Chip. Because like with
Yeah.
Teresa, I mean, I would maybe do the Catholic, I'd pretend I was God and maybe try to like do the Catholic guilt thing and get her to repent.
You don't even have to be
but
God
yeah.
to do that. As a former Catholic, I feel guilty constantly. I'm doing it right now. Claire, if you'd like to go next.
I'm going to be totally honest. I don't know enough about, obviously know Lorraine, but the other two. So I'm going to have to ghost all of them because,
Oh, the
that's,
first
I'm
ghosting.
playing my card.
Nice, nice. Jenny, would you like to go next?
Okay, clarifying question. Teresa's the Long Island medium, correct?
She is in fact
Yeah.
the
So,
Island medium.
fun fact, I did go to one of her like events.
Oh,
I was
wow.
invited. It was like a family friend had already got a ticket and they were inviting like me and my family, and so I went and I was like, okay. I would not possess her for the sole reason I'm not speaking in front of a theater of thousands of people trying to play psychic. That's scary. So yeah, maybe I would possess Lorraine for kind of like similar reasons. And like, I just like, I would be able to like stop stealing things from people allegedly. That would be like so nice to fix that. And also know what the heck was actually going on. I would haunt Teresa just because like, I think that'd be funny. And I don't know much about Chip also, so I would have to ghost him.
Nice. So I'm gonna throw a curveball. I would possess Teresa, just because I think she's ridiculous, and I would. So like my husband and I were also talking about this when we like went over this game. When you possess, you clearly like sound like them, but I assume you still speak with the same speech patterns that you have. So I would just have to do a fake Long Island accent the whole time, and that makes me giggle. So I would do that, and just say ridiculous things because she does too. And then I would haunt Chip Coffee because he seems like a silly, goofy man with the posts that he puts on Facebooks, and I just think he's funny. And then I would ghost Lorraine because I don't want to hang out with Ed. Because he would
Fair.
also be
Yeah, well,
around.
that's why I said possess. That's why I said possessor, because I mean, then I could file for divorce. I
That's
could like
true.
take all the money. I could like, ruin him before I die.
Nice. Now we have Jason Hawes, DJ Z-Bag, and Yvette Fielding. Also, I don't know why Jason's wet in this picture. And I didn't realize he was wet till I
That's a
made the
good
picture
question.
bigger. It's a really good question. I've been asked it several times and I don't have an answer.
I don't know why they made him wet. He is a
Yeah.
plumber though, so
Oh.
maybe a plumbing accident.
Claire, since you ghosted, you're on the chopping block and you have to go first now.
That's fine. Okay. Yeah. Yvette Fielding, I will possess her because she did so much for ghost hunting TV in the UK, but oh my God, woman, stop screaming. Just stop. You're just embarrassing yourself. Like, I promise you, it's not that scary. Like, you're coming across wrong. So I would possess her and sort that out.
Nice.
Zach Bagans, I want absolutely nothing to do with you, love. So you're getting ghosted. And Jason Hawes, we're hanging out, I suppose. I'm haunting you.
Nice. Jenny, would you like to go next?
Yeah, interesting. I think I would want to haunt Jason just because I think he goes to a lot of cool locations and I would like to be there, yes, as a ghost, but I will be there. And a lot of them are actually local to me too, which is cool. We're close by, as you know, Joan, because we're all New England.
They'll get very angry if you say New Jersey's New England.
Well, I'm saying like Rhode Island and
yeah.
But so yeah, because I haven't watched much of Event Field outside of like Beardo's like little like live stream like things that he cuts in. I don't know much about her. She does seem like kind of super silly, and it would be fun to just have the excuse to be super silly during a ghost investigation. So I'd probably want to possess her, and yeah, I'd want to ghost Zach for I think many obvious reasons.
Florio.
Okay, so the possession thing, is this like I just get to choose when I possess them and I don't have to hang around them after?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's say you have to
Then
possess them for at least 24 hours. Like, there are some circumstances to this. You can possess them the rest of their life or whatever. But yeah.
I have control, like I could choose to stop when I want, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would possess Zach and ruin his career.
Okay.
By talking as him and telling everything that he has done to people and women. I would, and then saying that my museum is a farce and I put fake stuff in there to make people faint. Then I would haunt Jason, and Yvette's cool. She's all right, but I just kind of want to like possess Zach to ruin him.
That's fair.
So Yvette gets ghosted.
Stevie.
Alrighty. I think I would possess Zach just because he's always claiming that he's possessed, and I think it would be really funny to scare the crap out of him and actually possess him. He would lose his mind.
That would be hilarious,
then
actually.
I would-
Yes.
Yeah. I would haunt Yvette Fielding just because she is so dramatic in her reactions. I think that would be fun. I would like to be the cause of the reaction. I would giggle my face off. And I guess that leaves ghosting Jason, and there's no particular reason. I just really want to haunt Yvette, and I really want to possess Zach. So.
Fair. So I want to also possess Zach, and I want him, instead of ruining his career, I'm gonna do a pivot, and I'm just gonna make him do a press conference and be like, hey, actually, wedding DJing was the most fun I've ever had in my life. I'm going to close down my haunted museum and make it a wedding venue where I exclusively DJ. And it'll be great. We'll love it. And it'll be called Till Death Do Us Part. It'll be amazing. Wonderful.
That's funny.
Thank you. And I think
I'd sell like all the artifacts to Elton for like $1. Like make sure he's left with nothing.
I would not sell it to him for $1. I would sell it to somebody else for $1. But anyway, Jason Hawes, I will haunt because he has that house that is lakeside, and I think that's a pretty cool place for me to hang out. And I feel like he's probably outside in his like backyard a lot, and I feel like we could really bond if I was doing that with him. And then Yvette, I'm gonna have to ghost. I'm sorry, because I did think about haunting her to actually make her scream, like to throw stuff at her, but I don't think, like, when I say throw stuff at her, I mean like pens. Like, I think, like, you know, when kids are mean to a substitute teacher, like I'd ball up some paper and toss it at her.
It does look like she's about to fight us in this photo. Like, she's really throwing that flashlight at us.
Yeah, she's doing like this like ninja kind of dance, right? Also, I asked Jason, why are you wet in this picture? We're wondering. And he's like,
Jason.
I don't know. He doesn't remember. He's like, either it's an after workout pic or it was raining, question mark. I said, I'm like, LOL. I said, plumbing accident with a professional camera.
It looks like a professional photo. If he was like,
It does. That's the
sorry.
thing. Like, maybe he's at the gym or something, or I
Maybe.
don't know. He doesn't
I feel like
remember,
he should
though.
come in here and answer for his crimes. Explain to my chat what is happening. Okay. Elton Kesty, Selena
Oh.
Spooky Boo, and Colby Brock. And Stevie, this was with you in mind, so you get to go first.
And I'm really tempted to ghost them all. But I'll play. Okay. Let's see. I think I would haunt Selena just to show her what a real haunting is like.
Mm.
I would possess Elton and fix everything. And I would ghost Colby.
Nice. That's fair. Claire, would you like to go next?
This is tough. I mean, I'd be tempted to either like haunt or possess Colby, but I don't know. I mean, I could ghost him, but he'd make it up anyway, so it's just kind of useless. I think I would possess Colby just so that he actually does know what it's like to be an actual paranormal thing. Selena, I feel like she would just milk it for all it's worth if I haunted her, so I'm gonna have to ghost her. So that leaves Elton. I'm gonna haunt you and just watch what you do with disappointment.
Nothing worse than a disappointed ghost. Ooh.
Just that look of
Valid comment
disapproval.
about Selena making it about her too.
He like looks in the glass while he's like cleaning it for Annabelle, and he just sees your face going, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do a very good disappointed
Angry
face
mom.
as well.
Yeah, disappointed mom face. Yeah.
Taking a shower. And the mirror fox says, like, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed.
Yeah. Oh God, that'd be funny.
I expected better.
I expected better of you.
Jenny.
This is tough. So personally, I think I'm gonna start with my ghost. I think I would ghost Selena Spooky Boo just because personally her humor is not my cup of tea, so I don't feel like I would want to haunt that, and like I don't know, I just don't feel very strongly to possess her. So I think I'm gonna ghost Selena. I am gonna possess Colby. First of all, I think it'd be really fun to just go, "What's up, guys? It's Colby the Sam." But I also think he has a lot of influencer money, and I think it would be cool to use that influencer money to like donate to historical haunted places that need preservation. So
Nice.
use that YouTube and TikTok money and Vine money and just fix some stuff. And then I'd haunt Elton, see what he's doing, maybe make him actually scared of a very fake Dybbuk box that he opens up on camera and make him question everything. Who knows?
That's great.
Florio.
Okay, I was thinking about haunting Selena, but I like what Claire said. You're right. Yeah, Selena always milks everything, so I would just go Selena, I think. I'd possess Elton for the same reason as Stevie, to fix everything or ruin his career or whatever. Like whatever, just the lying part, you know. And Colby, I guess I would. Ugh, he's kind of gross. I'd have to be stuck watching this person though. Shit. Because I'd be stuck. Okay, maybe I'm gonna flip it. I'd rather watch Selena's life than Colby's. Colby's creepy, weird, sexual, social media. I don't want to have to watch that.
Oh,
So
I didn't
yeah.
know that was a thing, and I'm not looking it up. Okay.
No, like he doesn't do like, you know, he doesn't do like OF, but like he's like, I'm a good Christian, and then his whole social media is filled with him and his girlfriend or whatever girl he's sleeping with at the time, in these poses that are just like, are you a Christian? You
I don't wanna
know?
see that. Anyway. Okay. I would possess Selena Spooky Boo because I could fart and it would be on brand then, and I wouldn't have to be embarrassed about
That's
it.
true.
So yeah. So I just want more freedom for myself. I would haunt Elton. And the way I would do it is by like ghostwriting plaques onto everything and like actually putting like history down in front of it whenever visitors would come in, and they'd be like, "Oh no, all the stuff's moved." It's not moved. It just has like proper labeling, is what I would do. And then I would ghost Colby because I don't know. He kind of weirds me out a little, like a lot of bit, not even a little bit, a lot of bit. Like the way that he was like whispering to Sam about when they're like possessing the devil. He's like, "Don't do it, man. The devil. I'm a Christian." And it's like, why are we whispering? Why did we have to? Why are we stage whispering behind this bush where the witch can clearly still see you?
Everything's very scripted with them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's my vote. Okay, and I will remind everybody, this is all in good fun with all these answers. So heart mode horror, paranormal simulations, and paranormal brew. I will also say that these are all female content creators in our niche. Please go check them out if you haven't done so already, and they are great. Let's start with Claire. I don't know if you're familiar with all of them, but just go with your heart. So
I know, I feel bad. I know none of them. So
Okay.
I'm going to go on how cool their logos are.
That's a perfect way to go about it.
So I don't know why I said that this was going to be a good idea. This is still just as difficult for me. Paranormal simulations, that's a cool ghost. I like sheet ghosts. So I'll haunt that one. Heart mode horror, cool selfie. Let's possess that one. And paranormal brew. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm ghosting you.
That's okay.
That was like the weakest response I could have ever given.
I love that though. And then Jenny, we'll have you go next.
So the only person I'm familiar with kind of is Heart Mode Horror. I think I've seen one of her videos. So I kind of have to do a similar thing that Claire did with like the icons. I mean, I think I would haunt Heart Mode Horror so I could like, see what video she's doing. She seems very nice. I don't know her personally. I could get to know her as a ghost. Yeah, and then I think you know what? I'm gonna go by titles here. I'm actually gonna possess Paranormal Brew because my brain was like, ooh, like ghost coffee. Like brewing a cup of ghost coffee. That seems like a cozy time. And then I'll ghost Paranormal Simulations just because I already used up my other two.
Stevie.
All right. I only know two of these. I have not heard of Paranormal Stimulation, so I am definitely going to have to check out her channel. I would definitely haunt Paranormal Brew. Taryn is a friend of mine, and I adore her, and she goes on the most amazing adventures, and I would love to join her. And I would possess Heart Mode because she has mad creativity, and I love it. And I'm sorry to ghost Paranormal Stimulations, but I promise I will check you out.
She does debunking, so she's great.
Awesome. Perfect.
Yeah. Florio.
I would haunt Paranormal Brew because Taryn, she goes on like tons of trips and things that are really fun. And I would, I guess, possess Paranormal Simulations because I know her better. I don't know Heart Mode Horror that much. I just know like that she's in that podcast with Andrew. And that's about all I know about her.
Yeah,
so,
she's part of Blame the Algorithm as well. I would haunt Heart Mode Horror. She seems very creative, very cool. I feel like, I like her vibe. She's very like laid back, and I'm very uptight, and I feel like that's a good contrast, and I need that. I would probably possess Paranormal Simulations, mostly because she always has like a nice cup of tea when she's doing her stuff, and I feel like I would then encourage myself to get a nice cup of tea when I watch things. So I appreciate that. And I'm sorry I'd have to ghost Paranormal Brew. I'm so sorry, Taryn. No, it's no hard feelings, but like I feel like since you're also a Jersey girl, we know each other deep in our souls, so it's okay. And this will be our last slide, ladies. We did the ladies, and now it's time for the gentlemen. We have Beardo Get Scared, Side Eye Guy, and Kenny Biddle. Who would like to go first? I'll let you all decide.
You should
I
go
don't think
first.
I'm
You
gonna
haven't
do
gone
good.
You want
first
me to
yet.
go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
there we
you go first.
How did I answer this before? Because as I said, I played this game with my husband. Okay. Oh, I do remember. I said I would possess Kenny Biddle, and I would figure out how he does all his research, and then I would write an email to myself, and I would send that email. So when I was done possessing him, I would also be able to follow the same researching logic. I think I would haunt Side-Eye Guy because he makes me laugh, and I think it would be really funny to watch him run around trying to figure out where disembodied laughs are coming from constantly. And
That's true.
no offense to Beardo, I would go Speardo. I'm so sorry. it is no hard feelings. Just my logic between the other two. I'm so sorry. So Jenny, because you made me go first, why don't you go first? Now?
I knew you were gonna do that. Okay. I would also possess Kenny because he kind of has my dream job. I love research, and the fact that he gets to do it and it's about spooky stuff, like, I'm jealous. So yeah, I would like to just have that job for like a solid 24 hours. I would also haunt Side-Eye Guy because I've never been to Australia. I think that'd be cool. And I think he's very funny, so I would also be laughing. And I think there was that one time when he went on a paranormal investigation, and there was like actually like a physical person's shadow went by, and he was like, "I'm gonna run after that." Like I could just peek around a corner and be like, "Haha, you can't catch me," and make him like run everywhere. Which unfortunately leads me to Ghost Beardo, which I don't like because I like Beardo. Like he has great stuff. So sorry, man. It's just how the cards worked out.
Let's see, Florio.
Okay. So there's a photo that accompanies my choice, but will I be able to find it in all the photos that we've been sending each other lately? Oh my goodness. Where's his Buffalo Bill photo? Come on, man. You gotta show the audience this. I just gotta find it.
Do you want me to go so you
Where
can
is it?
find it
Where
for
is
you?
Yeah, I'll let
Yeah,
Stevie
go. You go so I can try to find the Buffalo Bill photo. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
Stevie, go ahead.
I have to say this is really hard for me because I love all three of these people so much. I think, after going back and forth in my head for a minute, I think I would haunt Kenny just so he could finally experience a haunting. I feel so bad for
Okay.
him. The ghosts never play with him.
Aw, yeah, that's the
They
reason.
never come out for Kenny. And it's really a toss-up, I guess, between Beardo and Seg because I love them both, and I would love to possess either one of them to, like, just mess with them. Just because it would be funny. And it would be a really funny video, too, on either of their ends. So I'm having a hard time there. If I had to choose, I would possess Seg simply because he's an Australian. I've never been there. I have been to England, so that would be my deciding factor.
Claire, we'll let you go because it looks like Florio's still looking.
Yeah, I sent it to you on Discord, Joan.
Okay.
I would probably haunt Kenny because I feel like I would learn a lot in the time that I was haunting him. That feels like a good use of my afterlife. I feel like Beardo hasn't got that much action, so I'd possess Beardo because it would just be fun and like, yeah. So sorry, Seg, I'm ghosting you, but it's nothing personal.
Okay, hold on one sec because I'm sharing my window right now, and the Discord is on that same window, so I need to stop sharing to share. And I need to also give a jump scare warning. So give me a second.
I'm now concerned.
It's I mean, I think some people have seen it. It just makes
Yeah, he had this as his profile picture on Crow's stream, so that's why I'm like, oh, I can share it and make fun of it now. Okay.
Hold on, I'm also doing. There we go. I don't want. Okay. So, jump scare warning, everybody. You've been warned.
All right, scroll down a little bit though. Scroll
So
down.
I'm allowed to show this on YouTube.
Okay, so like, all right, so I would possess Seg, and I would do a bunch of memes with this mask and the tank top.
Okay.
But specifically, I'd reenact the Buffalo Bill scene where he's like dancing, and I'll get like a little like silk robe or whatever. I would just do it just for the memes and to record all that and then send it out. And then so that's what I would do to Seg. And then I would haunt Kenny because Kenny goes on a lot of adventures and gets to investigate tons of cool stuff. And yeah, Beardo gets ghosted, not anything against him, but just because that's my I just wanna troll Seg and I wanna travel with Kenny. So
That's fair. Okay. Thank you all for playing my fun game. I'm going to get Seg off of my screen. This is Galentine's Day. So that being said, that was our game. Thank you so much for playing with me and with
That was
us
fun.
and doing all that stuff. I will tell the chat now, I am more available to look at the chat and put some of your chats up. So if you have a question that you can ask, go ahead. Some of us might be going in and out, so, just be considerate of that. But yeah, is there anyone you would overall haunt from that game out of everybody? Would be your ultimate haunt? Yeah. That's what I thought. Silence.
Are you asking us or the chat?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, you. Or the chat.
I'm in the
Anybody can
chat
answer.
too. Yeah.
I want to
I was
haunt Kenny
thinking
Little
about
so
it.
bad. I want his job straight up. I would love.
I would
to do
probably
that.
say Kenny because he's
I'm gonna
like
have to say
he's a
Kenny
fun
too.
guy too. Yeah, and he's pretty positive and he does go off on journeys and he investigates all this stuff. So I think it'd be entertaining. It'd be an entertaining haunt. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Bless Right, saying that was fun. And also, everybody, hi in the chat. I know, we didn't really get to say hello because we wanted to, jump into the game right away and stuff like that. But hello to everybody in the chat. I did see, Scarborough was here, and I saw Stuart's been here for a while. Kiwi's been here. And I saw Sag jump in for a little bit, and Mr. Prism, of course, and Colin. And my husband, he's here, and he's also here. And Steven. And I think, Mr. Don't Scare Claire was also in here for a hot second. So Mary Jane Jinju says she would also her ultimate haunt would also be Kenny as well, which I completely understand. Glitterflame, I'd have to agree. Kenny agree with Kenny. His job is just awesome. Yeah. Stuart has a question for us for the panel. If you could debunk or go on a ghost hunt with your peers, who and why? So I guess name your peers and then why you would go on a ghost hunt. It sounds like everyone's voting for Kenny, at least some of us. Maybe not Claire. I don't know if Claire wants to go with Kenny. But yeah, who would you...
Was the question just about the people on the slides or anyone in general?
I think anyone in general. I think amongst our YouTube group, who would you want to go with?
I mean, I would want to go with everyone, I would think. Yeah.
Aw, thank you, John. No one
It'd be
gets
cool
left
to
out.
kind of, yeah, I mean, it'd be cool. Everyone has their own strengths and everything too. So
Agreed.
Yeah.
And
I
it'd be
wanna
a
go with
different adventure
Claire.
with each person too, a different kind.
I want to go
Claire,
there.
go to
I want to
see
go to the UK. I want to go over there. I've never been, and that would be so
yeah,
fun. That'd be
I
nice.
do want to go over there. Yeah.
Steve and I were talking about going to Ireland the other day, so it sounds like we should just do a European tour. Claire, do you have bedrooms
absolutely.
that we could rent out for a little bit?
I have an airbed and golden
Ooh.
retrievers, so
They're like pillows. I love that. Claire, is there any place that you would want to go invest? I know that you go tour places, but is there any place you want to investigate?
As in in the UK or just anywhere?
Anywhere.
Ooh.
Money's
See,
not
I'm
a
really
problem.
unimaginative, and so just the one that first comes to mind is the one that's literally just less than an hour away from me, and it's the National Justice Museum in the UK in Nottingham, and it's supposed to be this super dark, horrible place. Obviously, people were imprisoned and executed there, and so many people have experiences, and I've had something weird happen while I was there. But that wasn't even on an investigation. So it'd be cool to do a full investigation just to see if anything happens. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, that's I'm quite a homebody, so that probably shows in my
That's
answer.
fair. Does anybody else have a dream location that they would want to check out?
Um,
I do.
What?
I have been to Ireland several times, but for whatever reason, I have not made it to Lep Castle, and I would really love to go to Lep Castle. The history on it is just so fun. Not fun, it's brutal. But like ghostly fun. All the claims and stuff, and then the history on it is so long. Like it goes back really far, and it's really violent and brutal. And I've heard and seen so many different like shows cover it, and I would just really love to check it out myself.
Nice. Sorry, anybody else have anyone? Because I do have a question for the panel, but I like to hear what we're all thinking.
I mean, I guess I'd like to go to like New Orleans or whatever in the French Quarter. I've always
Yeah.
wanted to go there. Yeah, and the cemetery tours too. Yeah.
Careful with those. Some of them are bus tours where you can bring your own alcohol. I don't know who knows that or why anyone would know that, but just a bit of knowledge I have. Jenny, do you have a place?
That's so tough because like every place is so cool and unique to me. Like I don't know, you can have like a very small, local, not well-known place, and I'll be just excited for that as I would be for like a super famous one. If I have to choose, I'm gonna do like a really basic one, but it would be the Winchester Mansion in California, simply because the architecture crazy, but it's like a gorgeous house, and I appreciate that. So I would just like to go. And if I had to, like that would be my choice, but anything would be so fun.
I've never been ghost hunting or like on a ghost investigation, but funny enough, that would have been my answer too, mostly just to like get over there. And then I don't know, it feels like fun because it'd be like really confusing of like where am I? But also I think I'd be a little scared of falling out that one door that like is like a 20-foot drop. That would not be fun. But I might just stay in one room, and I'm like, no, the ghost can find me. So I do have a question from Colin here
I
for
highly
all of
recommend
us.
the tour that they have. It's really good.
Yeah. I have a question from Colin. What got you ladies into the paranormal? So why don't we start with Claire? What got you into the paranormal?
Going back to our old pal Yvette. I used to watch Most Haunted when I was very small, probably too small, and shouldn't have been watching ghost programs. Sorry, Mum and Dad, for all the nightmares and waking you up in the middle of the night. Just from there, that was all it was. Like you didn't have YouTube, and you didn't have people that could look at things critically. And obviously, as a child, you do lack some sort of critical thought. So you're thinking, "Oh my God, yes, Carl has just been thrown across the room," kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's how hauntings go. So yeah, it was obviously just from a young age. I never had a paranormal experience. I know that is a way that a lot of people get into the paranormal, but that was never me. I think I would have had a mental breakdown if anything ghostly had happened to me as a kid. But yeah, it was just TV shows and just being generally a weird person that helped.
Nice. Florio?
I was born into it. I don't know. I don't think I had a choice. It just happened.
She just puts on that speech from Bane. I was born into it. Molded by the darkness. Jenny?
So similar to Claire, I did watch a lot of like paranormal shows on TV because they weren't really on YouTube, and oh my God, there were so many in America, like so many small ones too on like every channel when it became big. I did grow up on Ghost Hunters. Jason Hawes did freak me out with that one lighthouse episode where there was like two like apparitions like looking over the edge. Ugh, chills, hated it. But I did, like when I was a kid, I was like, oh, that's so cool. But I didn't really like fully believe in it, you know? Like I wasn't like, oh, ghosts are real. And then I saw one with my eyeballs, and that was scary. So that's what got me believing. And my cat saw it too and reacted to it, which is what really freaked me out. So
Okay.
yeah, that's how I got into it.
Interesting. Stevie?
I would have to credit my mom because she was super into the paranormal when I was a kid. Like she talked about it all the time. We always watched scary movies. She let me watch movies I should not have been watching. The first movie that I saw that had a ghost story was The Entity. An 8-year-old should not be watching that movie, but it is what made me so interested in it. I was so terrified that what happened to that woman in that movie was a possibility in real life, that I needed to know everything. And I just took a very deep interest very early on.
Nice. I also enjoy how you're playing American Ninja Warrior while trying to tell this story. With, like,
Yeah. I should not have let him in here. And I am so sorry for his interrupting.
No, it's fine. I like the.
Yeah, I'm constantly dodging his butt. I'm trying not to get smacked in the face by a tail.
That's fair. I always tell people I've never actually had what I could like fully say like fully with my chest was a paranormal experience. But I think what got me into it, if I'm like really, really thinking hard about giving credit, is probably my grandmother, who was like Irish and Roman Catholic, and just like there's a lot of like superstition like that comes from there, even though she was second generation. There's still that. She very much was like one of those people who was like, don't let the truth get in the way of a good story kind of a deal. And like things would just be like lightly fabricated here and there. But also like the mysticism behind the Catholic religion in general, and how like all these little things have meanings. And I think that's like really what got me into it. Cause like when I break it down, I'm into like folklore stuff a lot and like the narrative stories of things. And yeah, I find it so interesting, and I find it interesting why we do that. Why are we doing this? So yeah. While we're waiting to see if there's any more questions, Jenny, do you want to tell us about your sighting that you had?
Oh my God, I was hoping you would ask.
I would ask.
I was hoping someone would ask too.
It's just like I've had quite a few, but that was like the biggest. And like I was a child, so that is kind of like my only like skeptic side is like, Jenny, you were a kid, like maybe it was just your brain. The only reason that doesn't really work out though is so I essentially was like doing homework. I was in high school. I was, focusing on my computer, and there was I was kind of like in a closed room, and there was an open like door to my right. It was like into a hallway that was where my staircase was going upstairs. And I was home alone, and I had a cat, Dusty, at the time. He was this like very cute, fuzzy gray cat. Loved him. And as I was doing work, I saw this like white fuzzy like in the corner of my eye. I straight up thought it was in my eye. Like I just thought it was an eye floaty. I didn't think anything of it, and it was just kind of like going down the stairs. But again, I thought it was in my eye. And then my cat, Dusty, is walking towards me from the other side of the staircase, and I start to look at him, and I'm still seeing this white thing, and like, what's happening? And in like a split second, Dusty gets to the bottom of the stairs, white thing gets to the bottom of the stairs, Dusty looks up, freaks out, skids, and runs away. And then I'm like, I'm gonna call my mom because I don't want to go alone anymore. So yeah, that was like my really first big paranormal experience. That house was not haunted. It was brand new. Like my parents had it built. Like it was not this old land. It wasn't anything fancy. There's no reason for that to have happened. A few other weird things happened afterwards. But yeah, it just didn't make sense to be haunted. I don't know. It was a weird experience, but yeah.
Did anyone else in your family experience anything in the house?
Yeah. So I was like in high school when I was having that experience, but we ended up moving out when I was like 23. So we lived in that house for like 24 years. And when we started to move out, like things kind of got weird. My mom saw a light shoot out of a wall, like a ball of light. And I remember because I was walking behind her, and I'm so mad because if I was just walking like 2 steps ahead, I would have seen it. And she like stops, and she's like, "Whoa!" And I'm like, "What's going on?" And she's like, "A light just came out of the wall." Like she was really confused. We had a cat sitter one time who she was young, and she called her mom to pick her up because she was hearing heavy footsteps in the upstairs. And like she was like really freaked out, so she had to leave, and they called us, which was like also disembodied footsteps, scariest thing. I would rather see a shadow person. I hate the idea of seeing footsteps or like hearing a voice and there's nobody attached to it. Gross, chills, ugh.
My fear is there actually is someone attached to it.
I
and
know,
you just
yeah.
don't know where they are yet.
That's also really scary. People are scarier than ghosts.
They
So.
much scarier. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know Steve and I have
100%.
talked about it before, but like my greatest fear is that someone is living in my house and I don't know it.
Oh God, yeah, that's freaky. Yeah.
I recently thought that I heard footsteps on stairs and thought it was not a human, and I got so excited. So excited. And then I was so let down when it was revealed that it was a person in the house. I thought I was the only one awake, and I heard the steps only. I didn't hear any other footsteps in the house, just the stairs. And I was like, that's it. It's finally happening, and it wasn't.
I just want to clarify. You knew the person and they were allowed to be in your house, right?
Yes, it was not my home. It was the location.
Oh, okay.
And there were other ghost hunters. I thought they
Okay.
were sleeping. They were not.
We have a question for you, Stevie. Do you find your critique on those have affected your growth? Me personally, I love your middle of the road judgment and comments. Did you ever stop you coming back? Did it ever stop you coming back? I would say you don't really have middle of the road decisions.
When I first started my show, I started it with the mindset of knowing I would have people that were upset with me, that I would have people that would push back, that people would not be happy with what I had to share or what I found or researched. So anything that's not absolutely positive hasn't really deterred me in any way. It kind of motivates me to keep doing it, because sometimes those people that are fighting me, so to speak, on the revelations that I share, sometimes they come around, and that's the big reason I do it, is just for the people who want the information. I don't want to convert anybody. I don't want to convince anybody. I just want the information out there for those who want it, because that's what I wanted. And I had the hardest time finding it. And I thought, well, why not put it out for others like me? And so it motivates me, actually. Any critiques or any backlash or anything negative, it makes me want to do it more. So the people like me still have the option of finding the information.
Yeah. I think it's also like important to point out that like people do struggle with changing their mind, especially with things that they like hold true, or they feel that like that information says something about them as a person.
Yeah.
So like
Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna say, I totally forgot to answer the middle ground thing. I choose the middle ground a lot of the time simply because there's not enough information. I don't want to definitively say one way or another anything without the proof or the evidence or the receipts.
Yeah. But you also, I was going to touch upon, you brought up that sometimes like people come around. And I think that's the thing, is that like sometimes you do need to repeat yourself. And there is a difference between like repeating yourself in an aggressive way and repeating yourself in a way that's inviting. And I think it's important to be mindful of trying to be inviting, to let people have that time to sort themselves out and then to come over.
Right. Yeah. Not make them feel like they're being scolded or yelled at for believing.
Yeah. Some people don't deserve that grace, but you know, it's like people like listening to this, and people who don't have channels have to remember that like you're talking to an audience. You're not just like having a one-on-one conversation with somebody. And like, I don't know about the rest of you, but at least in my mind, that's always in the back of my mind, is that I am essentially talking to like an audience of people who come from different walks of life and might not agree with me. And I have to be mindful if I want them to come to my position. And at least that's the way that I try to talk to people, is with a little bit of sass, but a lot of grace. So
yeah, that's a good way to put it. I like that.
Yeah. Oh, Kiwi, thank you. I didn't see that question. Roger says, regardless of truth or fantasy, what's your favorite ghost story? Claire, since you are the resident storyteller, what is your favorite ghost story?
Oh, I do like this question, and it's been the same answer for quite a while now. It's the ghosts of Flight 401.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where there was the whole thing about maybe these parts from this crashed plane were used on different aircraft. Whether they were or not, that's another story. But the ghosts of the cabin crew were then seen on these other planes, possibly warning of other things that could go wrong, or just creeping people out with seeing heads in ovens and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, that that's been living in my head rent free for quite a while. So yeah.
Nice. Stevie, do you have a favorite ghost story?
I do, but first I wanted to share something with Claire. I'm
go
not
ahead.
sure if you know this or not, but the Warrens claim to have a piece of that plane in the museum. I think it's a piece of the plane, but there is something about that flight in the museum, and Ed tried to like kind of latch onto that story a little bit for the museum.
Wow, I did not know that. No. Okay.
Yeah, when I learned that, I was like, why? But yeah. So my favorite ghost story has to be the entity story, the Doris Byther. She's Carla Moran in the movie. The story itself is not appropriate for any audience. It is a very traumatic thing that happens to this woman. She is essentially essayed by a ghost repeatedly. But I love the story because out of all the famous ghost stories that we know, as far as like that have been made into movies and that are kind of like perpetuated through a book or something, this one is one that kind of baffles me a little bit because she fell off the face of the earth. Like, she told her story. They did write a book, and I know she was like consenting for the book, but it kind of felt like the author of the book kind of pushed her into it just based on from what I know from the research, and then she just disappeared.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Well, I mean, like when I researched it, I found anecdotes about that she was there. So first of all, the aspect of the book, he included that her son was essaying her, like he was alluding to that in the book. She didn't
Really?
agree with that. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was
I read
in the
book,
book.
but I guess I didn't remember that.
Yeah, it's like it's alluding to it, like there's undertones
Okay,
of
that
it,
makes
and then they wanted to push it more in the movie, and then I believe, or wait, I might have it backwards. It might be that they wanted to push it in the movie, and then the person that wrote the book pushed back, or it
Okay.
might be that I can't remember. There was an aspect to that she wasn't happy about that because they were trying to push that in the movie more, right?
Okay, yeah. I
And
remember there was a
then
lot to do with the son and the controversy between him and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, like none of that stuff was like true. They made it up for the story, right? And then she was at the screening, and the anecdotes I found was she watched the movie at the screening, and then left and never spoke to anyone again. So like that tells
Yeah,
me
I
she
think that's what I
wasn't
heard too.
pleased about that. Yeah, so
Yeah.
like I think that's what a lot of it is. Her son has recently come back like a few years ago trying to sell his story or her story
I
that's
heard
his
about that.
story, and it seems very scammy to me. I don't think any of it's true. But
I
yeah,
don't
like
either
the way
anymore. Yeah.
like I just think that she was taken advantage by everyone, and I think that that's why she kind of disappeared, right? Took whatever money they gave her, and she just was like, yeah, no, I'm out of here. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Fluro, do you have a favorite ghost story?
No, no, not really. I don't know. There's lots of ghost stories out there. No, I don't really have a favorite. No.
Okay. Jenny, how about you?
Yeah.
I have to say, when it comes to like real ghost stories, I don't have a favorite because I always find them all interesting. There's either folklore or like personal history or like something going on that's really cool to look into. So I'm going to answer with a fictional because I'm pretty sure the question said fictional or real ghost
Okay.
story favorite.
I mean, if it didn't, it does now.
Cool.
Valentine's Day, we make the rules.
Yeah, we're making the rules. So The Haunting of Hill House, that like I watched the show and I thought it was so beautiful how it kind of like the ghosts were really kind of like about personal feelings and like emotions and relationships between people, and I just thought it was a beautiful. I'm not going to spoil anything just in case because saying a single specific thing is a spoiler for that. But yeah, it's a really, really beautiful story.
That's great. I'm sorry. There's a little technical difficulty with Florio, and she's probably gonna solve it. Okay, perfect. I do have a favorite ghost story. I've been claiming this for a while. I love the story of the Greenbrier ghost, which is a woman was found dead, and then the doctor who looked at her didn't think to check her neck because her husband was just grieving so hard. And then the mother had dreams of the daughter coming to her and being like, yeah, he broke my neck. And she got so upset and like made the like locked the constable in a room with her and yelled at him till they exhumed the daughter's body, and they found out her neck was broken. And I love the story because if it is not like if it is a ghost story that is so cool that a ghost, because like it was like even like almost down to the like the right like vertebrae like where it had broke. But if it's not a ghost story, it's a mother's love being like, no, 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 that guy's sus. I don't like him. So like it's so good. And I should mention too, the mom got to use that as like a part of the trial. So like that was in the trial, and it was part of the reason the jury was like, yeah, no, the daughter like totally came. Yeah, no, that happened.
Wait,
So,
where was the case? Like, do you know what?
Greenbrier, was it West Virginia or Virginia? One of those places.
It's so interesting hearing about legal cases and spectral evidence as somebody from Massachusetts, which is where Salem is. Just interesting that they use that.
I think it doesn't count as spectral in the way that like she was talking about like it came from a dream or whatever, but they had other defenses for it as well. Also, the guy had wives prior who were like, no, he abused me. So yeah, no, he was not a good guy. We do have a question from Colin. Where would be your favorite place to investigate the paranormal? So let's go with Stevie, because Stevie just came back from an investigation, I heard.
I did, and I had so much fun. I did not find any ghosts, unfortunately, but it was still a lot of fun. So there's a place close by to me that I would really like to investigate. Waverly Hills Sanatorium in Kentucky. It's allegedly super haunted. People say that you're guaranteed an experience, more or less. I haven't been yet because I think when I tried to go before, they had some weird stipulations about how many people you had to have, and then it's like really expensive and stuff. But I would really love to investigate that place with a legit investigative group, not just for fun. I would really like to know what's going on there. Like Kenny would be my first choice to like really figure it out, but they say ghosts don't come out for Kenny. So, but yeah, I would like to go there to Waverly.
And then Florio.
I don't think there's any like one particular place. Like sanatoriums and asylums are always supposed to be very haunted, so I wouldn't mind visiting some of those ones. Waverly Hills one, Penhurst is one, I believe, too, that people say is really haunted. I would like to do a lot of New Orleans stuff though, because there's a lot of stories there. There's tons too over like in Europe as well, with all the old castles and everything too. So
yeah,
I don't think there's like one specific one. I'm usually just down to do whatever ones I could do, right? So yeah.
Jenny, how about yourself?
I also really like asylums, but now I'm just sounding like I'm copying everybody. No, I genuinely think it's also interesting because they're usually really huge, buildings, and there's like a lot to cover, and a lot of little rooms that it's easy to imagine a scary ghost head peeking out of. So I think it would be really cool to explore. I will also say that semi-recently, I would say like in the past 2 years, I did do an investigation on a ship, on like a decommissioned military ship. Really interesting, and I would like to do that again. I did have like some small experiences, and it was like for a birthday party, so it was for fun, so I wasn't expecting anything, and I was telling all my friends, I was like, yeah, this device, it's crap, don't believe it, don't listen, it's bad. But yeah, no, we did end up having some experiences, and a few of my friends walked away really confused about what they believed in after that.
Ooh,
so
that's always fun to make them a little confused.
Interesting.
Claire, how about you?
Oh, there's just so many places. One that would be cool, I reckon, is the Edinburgh Vaults. I know that a lot of people, even just like going around on ghost tours, like they have weird experiences in certain vaults. So being locked down in there with either on your own or just with a very small group of people that you actually trust, that would be very interesting and probably very scary too.
So I went into the Edinburgh Vaults, or like I went into one of them when we were visiting April, And I will say the scariest thing there were the other guests on the walking tour. They were a bit much. So that we walk into this room, and it's like it's one of the vaults, and they're like, yeah, they used to keep children down here during the plague, and no one came and cleaned up their stuff, so that there was like poop up to people's ankles, and that would be up to knees on some children. And they have a bunch of dolls, which like dolls are the thing that really freak me out the most. And they're like, there's one doll that looks like Boris Johnson. Tee hee hee hee. And we're like, okay. And we left, and some guy's like, is this the doll? And he like took the doll and moved it. And I was like, why were you touching them? Don't touch them. And the tour guide's like, I didn't mean for you to touch it. I just meant for you to look with your eyes. So yeah, that was that. I've never investigated any places. I guess like I feel like I want to do like some like castle or estate stuff. So mostly because I just think the history behind it's really cool, but also like I get to look at pretty things while in the dark. I think that's kind of fun. So that would be my thing. It's just like going to some like nice private estate.
Yeah, Joan, I think you would really like the McIntyre Villa because it is stunning. It is so beautiful. Like, oh my God.
Yeah. I just want to look at pretty stuff. Why I invited you all here today, clearly. The paranormal engineer wants to ask, what's y'all's favorite urban legend or creature? I enjoyed Lady's Fright video on the Donkey Lady of San Antonio. Thank you very much for watching that video. So yeah, do you guys have a favorite cryptid or creature? Florio, do you have one?
Probably, what is it, La Llorona? The woman, the crying, screaming woman. Yeah. That one I find it's creepy, but like sad too. So like I find that one interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Claire, how about yourself?
I don't know if it counts as sort of like an urban legend or more just like a phenomena, but phantom hitchhikers, where like people will like pick up some sort of person on the side of the road, then they drive off and like they disappear. I just find that so fascinating and so interesting. It's like, what are the parameters of this kind of haunting? Like your bum can go on the seat in the car, but then you just like dematerialize, but you can walk through. It's so many questions, and I will go round and round in circles at 3 a.m. when I can't sleep, just staring at the ceiling, thinking about these sorts of things. Drives my husband wild, but
sure he loves it. And then Stevie, how about you?
So I don't know if I have a favorite, but there's a few near me that I've heard growing up. It's funny. I love how each region of the United States and even like around the world, every place has like similar urban legends and stories. And we actually have a place near here called Monkey Woman Bridge. And there's supposed to be this monkey woman that will jump on your car if you drive under the bridge. And then also we have in Chapel Hill, Tennessee, there's an old story of a lantern that swings down the railroad tracks, and they say if you go and you park on those railroad tracks, you'll see the lantern swinging. And I know that other places have similar legends, so I think that's what's cool about legends, is how they're all over the place and so similar sometimes.
Mm-hmm. And Jenny, how about yourself?
This is a really tough question for me because I love when it comes to like kind of creaturey stuff. Like that's my favorite. I'm literally looking at a list I have on my computer of stuff I want to cover, and it's long. I think, God, this is gonna be so tough. I guess the one I'm gonna have to answer with is one that I'm going to be covering semi soon, and it's. Have you guys ever heard of the butterfly people of Joplin?
No.
So there was a horrible, devastating tornado in Joplin. And I also have like a fear of tornadoes, but I also like fear watch tornado chasers. It's a very confusing relationship I have over there. But I recently learned about this phenomenon that apparently young kids claimed that they were either saved or that they saw butterfly people, specifically people with butterfly wings coming around and like either saving people or they were just kind of like moving things out of the way. And a lot of people are like, this is the Bible Belt. If these kids thought they were seeing angels, they would have said angels, and they said no, these are butterfly people. It's distinctly different. And I haven't done the research for this yet. I am so interested. I'm so excited to delve into it. But
Interesting
yeah.
too, and especially like Mothman, and then like butterflies are very similar. That is very, very interesting. I would like to hear. You need to get on that so I can learn more.
I'm on it. Oh, trust, I'm on it.
Yeah, I've never heard of that, but also, well, with Claire, what you're saying. So there's like these different stories or urban legends or something, mainly in the States, where there's some states, and I believe it's like more West Coast and Southern, like into the desert, where you'll just be driving down like interstates and stuff, and you're just driving and there's like nothing around, and it feels like you're driving forever, and then suddenly there's like a cafe or something, and you stop in and get some food, and then next time you're in that area you look for that cafe again and it never existed. There's like a bunch of these stories of like disappearing landmarks on these long stretches of highways, and it's very interesting because it kind of goes in with the disappearing hitchhikers too. So yeah, I find that fascinating. Yeah.
Does that is that related to the time slip stories?
Yeah, I think that's the idea. Is like some people are like, is this a time slip? Is it another dimension? And then I love like creepypastas. So there's like people that have written different creepypastas. There's one that kind of based around this, like these stories, right? People say they've experienced these things. So there's this one creepypasta where the diner moves throughout like different parts of this one interstate, but the diner is actually like a location for multiple universes, and you can all meet there, and you can meet like aliens and people of different races and whatever. When you leave the diner, you're still in your world, but that diner, everyone from different worlds and universes can meet in this diner. It's a very interesting creepypasta. It's really cool. Yeah.
That sounds cool.
So
Sounds kind of
I saw
wholesome for a
Mason-
creepypasta. Like, we're all going to the diner.
Yeah,
It's Loki on break.
Yeah. I saw Mason asked, he said time slips, question mark. Does that mean you don't know what time slips are, Mason?
Yeah.
Time slips are fun. They're essentially stories about time travel where you slip into another time suddenly without warning. Like you'll be driving down like a deserted road or even like just an old area that's kind of isolated or desolate. And suddenly you'll see either like people from a different time or buildings from a different time. Or like I've heard some time slip stories where there's like black-eyed kids and then they turn around and run back and then they're back in their time again. So yeah, time slip stories are fun.
yeah. And I recommend the Left Right game. It's a podcast, like a creepy story, and it's really good. And it's about that, like you turn left and right, and then you end up in like this other dimension of sorts.
Yeah.
And it just tells the story of them like traversing this dimension, and it's very interesting. I really liked it. Yeah.
Also, speaking about hitchhikers, Claire, not to give you more to think about, and I'm pretty sure somebody posted it in chat, and maybe you already know about this, but I believe it's in Japan. There's a lot of stories about ghost taxi customers where they will like
Yes.
bring their like their customers to a location, and they're like soaking wet after like a tsunami, and then they just like disappear. So you can have fun with that rabbit hole. That's a whole other thing to look into.
There was
Okay, well, I'm not going to sleep tonight then. Thanks.
Yeah. There was a lot of that after like the major tsunami and stuff like that. It was so interesting. We do have a question from Roger here. Let me pull that up to the panel once again. If you could interview a ghost, what would be your first question to them? My first question would be, how are you a ghost? Because I feel like there are just rules we don't understand. So I just want to know how did you do it? What paperwork did you fill out? Is the ghost realm just bureaucratic, and that's the reason we don't have so many ghosts? So that's what I would need to know. And why? Yes. Well, it's my first question. Why is the follow up?
Yes, agreed.
I think I would have to go logistics. So it's like, how similar is it to being alive? Do you need to eat? Do you need to poop? Like, do ghosts sleep, or do you just carry on about the time? That would be me.
Okay. Florio, how about you?
I would probably ask them questions, figure out if they actually, like, I don't believe in ghosts, like that they're humans that died. Like, I don't believe that. So whatever they are, I don't think that that's what they are. So that's where I would ask them questions about what are you? Because I don't believe that they're ghosts. So yeah.
Stevie, how about you?
I had an answer and it just left me.
Okay, we'll come back to you. Or
Okay, perfect.
Okay, Jenny, how about you?
So like I have already formed an opinion on devices, kind of, but just so we can get the answer straight, like, can you manipulate the cat ball? Do you turn the flashlight? Are you made of EMF? Like, are you doing these things? And they're gonna be like, no, what is that? But yeah,
Why would you ask me that? This one question. Why are you
just so
starting with
I want to get it like written down, show the masses, we can
Yeah.
all be on the same playing field.
fair? Stevie, did it come
Okay, I
back to you?
remembered. Luckily,
Perfect.
I remembered. Okay, so it's this would be assuming that ghosts as in like humans, no longer humans, now ghosts, assuming that is true and real. I would ask, can you choose where you haunt? Can you haunt multiple places? Can you choose what you wear? Can you change what you wear? And can you are you do you have autonomy over your existence as a ghost?
I would like to think with that question that ghosts like Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden didn't realize that they could pick what they wear, and they're like, oh, I've just never, you know what? I've never thought about it. Can I wear anything? And then suddenly they're like, wow, so much freedom. Thank you for that revelation. Okay. Have we all experienced deja vu?
Yeah,
Yes.
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Constant. I can't ever put my finger on what it, but I'm like, I feel like I've seen this before. So that was a great question. I'm just going through the chat looking for questions. Hey, Paranormal Simulations. It's great to see you here. We did mention you, and I will be sure to put your link in the chat. Not in the chat, in the description when this is done, so everyone can go over to Paranormal Simulations and also check her out with all that stuff. I'm trying to look for a question. Found another one. Do you believe that ghosts would still haunt a place even if that place was knocked down?
That's a very good question, and I think some people do believe that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I believe that, but I mean, this thing, I believe in residual hauntings, and I think they can kind of just stay in the ground where they are. But those aren't like ghosts. They aren't intelligent hauntings, right? But I don't really believe in human ghosts, but I kind of do believe in land spirits and things like that. And that's because I kind of believe in that more. I feel like it doesn't really matter if there's a house.
Yeah.
It's more about the land, right?
Okay.
So, yeah.
Jenny?
This is a toughie for me because I agree. I also think that land spirits can exist in the same places where a house is now, and you might see them. I think there's so many stories too of people seeing a ghost walk upstairs. There's no stairs there anymore. It doesn't match the current layout. But I also have a hard time believing that, let's say a significant event happens, right? And people claim it's haunted. And then 2 doors down, they're like, oh yes, actually that ghost is also here. They also went 2 doors down. It haunted our house as well. Yeah. So I feel like there's a border limit a little bit. A ghost is not going to move 2 streets down to go haunt a different house unless they can free roam. And maybe I'm so wrong about that.
But are ghosts like rats? And if an abandoned building's knocked down, they scatter to another place.
That's
true. I mean well, that's the thing. It's interesting because there are some native cultures that believe this, and I know I've watched some different people discuss this, that there are human spirits and that sometimes they can accidentally get stuck here on Earth still, and that there's spirit eaters out in the wild, out on the streets, and they will eat the spirits, and that's what they feed on, is human spirits. But if they come into your home, they're coming into your home for safety purposes, right? So that they can move to different houses and locations, but they don't want to leave once they're inside because of the spirit. So with the the indigenous people, a lot of times what they do is they try to commune with whatever's haunting the house before they banish it, because they want to see if it's something that can help move on, or because they believe sending it out of the house is going to kill it for good, right? So there's some interesting aspects to that. And then as well, I know you've done the stone tape theories as well, Jenny, which I didn't know about this theory. I've just always believed this, that there's humans can imprint themselves onto land and areas, and I think especially asylums and sanatoriums are big ones. And I do think part of me is well, if you removed all the rock and the limestone and everything these buildings are made of, would that remove the residual haunting? like it might, like, because I don't know, maybe our imprint is on the stone itself. If they got rid of all the stone, maybe. But that would be like residual haunting versus like what some people think is a haunting that I think is something else. And that's different, right? So, yeah.
Claire, how about yourself?
Yeah, I think it kind of is a little bit dependent on the phenomena a little bit. I mean, I've come across stories of like new build houses that are haunted. Like nothing's happened in that house, so it must have been something that is either going on with the family or like with the land itself. But then on the other side of it, I've come across stories. I think it was Sandringham House or like one house on the estate where it used to be haunted by this woman that would like walk down the driveway or whatever, and they demolished part of the wall or whatever it was, and that haunting like never happened again. So is it just dependent on what box you fill in on your form when you become a ghost? Like
Right? Are they
sorry, I
bureaucratic?
just don't know.
Yeah. Well, and that's where I kind of see residual haunting versus like something else, right? And I'm thinking like residual haunting, if you removed the item that it was attached to, and I mean, it could be like a doll because dolls were made with real hair back in the day, right? It could be that. It could be a mirror, it could be a stone in a house, like whatever. And I could see a residual haunting being attached to an item. Then if you remove that thing, then it goes away, right? And that's where I think it makes sense with residual hauntings. Personally, this is my opinion. You know, but the other stuff I think is different. I think that stuff is going to be there no matter what's going on. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm leaning more and more into the idea, and I'm still like developing like my actual opinion about it, but more and more to the idea that I believe in ghosts, but I don't believe in hauntings. In the way that like I think like the basics is like a ghost is a person who was once alive, who's no longer, but there is a continuation of the spirit. And I feel like we do keep that alive. Oh, hi. Sorry, second dog came in the room. We keep that spirit alive with narratives. So, like, there are still ghosts because we make them with our stories. I don't know if I believe that that has any effect on the physical world, but I also still find it interesting that if it doesn't, it's in our heads or it's natural, like, things that are happening. Why are they doing that? That's so weird. I'd love to figure that out. But, so I guess, like, I think a structure could be knocked down and it doesn't matter because you still have that story there to talk about it. Okay, and we have another one. Do you think water has anything to do with hauntings? I live right on the dam and it's been said to be haunted for years. Well, I kicked me out with that one. I already answered that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying like there's a theory that ghosts do better around like water, limestone, things that conduct electricity. And that's sort of where the theory comes from because water will give them energy so that they can manifest, so they get attracted to it. And as well, limestone conducts electricity too. So that's why a lot of people mention limestone. But if you think about it, like all our houses have water in them now, right? Like, I mean, you know, it wasn't that long ago that we didn't have that. So I feel like it's kind of fair game because like pipes in the house aren't sitting empty. They have water in them. And, you know, we're always like using the water in the house. So, but yeah, like I can see where the idea comes from. I don't think like it's a rule or anything though, but yeah, I understand the idea of it.
Yeah. This just came to me speaking about ghosts running like rats to different places. So there is a story in Vermont of this place called Emily's Bridge, and it's in Stowe, Vermont. And I've like looked into this story, and it turns out the bridge they say is Emily's Bridge is most likely not the bridge of which said thing could have happened, and it was knocked down. And so now it's just at this other bridge. And if you're like, well, why is it at this bridge? Like, it was the next bridge over. So clearly had to haunt
Yeah.
there. And I'm like, I don't think that makes any sense.
Don't you love when that happens?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few of those stories with the kids that put their hands on like bumpers, and when I was like kind of looking through one for a video, I found that the original story of like where this accident, the original accident happened that actually started all the bus safety stuff in like North America. It wasn't at this location that everyone goes to that they get handprints on their car. It's actually like an hour away. So like it wasn't the right location. So it's like it's interesting because a lot of times I don't know. I think we kind of psych ourselves out too. So
Yeah.
I've heard that specific story in Wyoming as well. There's a monument in Wyoming. If you go and park there, supposedly little handprints will come up on your car.
There's a place
yeah,
in New Jersey
there's a
that is
story of it
similar.
in Canada too. I feel like the story like spread, and that was sort of what I covered in the video was sort of the spread of it
Mhm.
because it made it into the news, and it seems like every state or whatever has this story now where you can because there's a place in Ontario too, and I'm just like
Yeah.
yeah.
Is that tourism? Are we touching on tourism and how we use these stories to make our towns money?
Oh my gosh, it'd be so weird if
Yeah.
someone had like an episode about paranormal tourism. I did something about a blue lady ghost at one point. If you want to check that out, maybe that's mentioned, but who knows? Anyway, Claire, do you have an opinion about water and ghosts?
Yeah, I think there seems to be some sort of correlation, but is it confirmation bias? That I feel like with a lot of these, and it might be getting a bit existential or whatever, but people will obviously scramble to find meaning and to find a reason behind like why a place is haunted, which is just, it's natural, it's what we all do. And so a big one is like, oh, it sits on a ley line, so that's why it's so haunted, or oh, there's running water, so that must be haunted. And that kind of is the extent of the explanation, which is not really an explanation in itself, kind of thing, to me at least. So yeah, there could possibly be something to it. There does seem to be some sort of concentration around it in like the stories that I've researched and things. Like I've literally just come off the back of doing a 2-parter on Bodmin Jail, and there's like a stream running underneath it, and it's said to be like a super haunted jail in the country. So yeah, I guess I'm getting splinters on my bum because I'm not really giving an answer either way, but isn't that the answer for a lot of things in the paranormal?
That is completely fair. Sorry. Our dog is letting us know that there are people outside, and that is not allowed. If anyone has dogs. Stevie, I don't know if you gave an answer. Do you think water does much? Anything? All the things?
I'll take the middle ground again because I don't know, but I do hear a lot of stories about water. Like I was just in Kansas, and the Missouri River was running through the area we were in, and there are claims, of course, that some of the haunted locations where we were at might be affected by the river, by the water. So I find it interesting. I've always been a big, like when it comes to ghosts, my mind goes a little towards energy. Like, is it just like residual hauntings? Is that energy that it was just so imprinted in the time that it continues to cycle? Or so like that goes into water too, because water's flowing and it's creating energy. So I don't know. And then of course the limestone thing too, like Florio said, I live in Tennessee, and Tennessee is like full of limestone, and we have tons and tons of ghost stories of like the land being haunted because we had the Civil War really like prominently all around Tennessee. And so it just makes me wonder, is it energy? Is it not specifically like the water or the limestone? Is it an energy something or other?
Jenny, did you give an answer? Did I skip you? I'm sorry if I did.
I don't really have an answer.
Oh, okay, just kidding.
Honest. But I mean, I do like, it kind of goes along with the stone tape theory, and like some of the research that I found is that like people kind of assign this like, you know, same thing like Steve was saying, like energy and like their power to attach to things and like locations. The one thing about water, I haven't looked into it, and I'm really curious like what some of the earliest instances of like haunted areas with water might be, and I have a feeling it's going to be connected to like Native American folklore, because especially in America, that tends to be what a lot of our ghost stories steal from. So I also just think specifically with water is a huge just proponent of pareidolia, like audio pareidolia. So if you hear a slight stream or like a slight drip, you're gonna think you're hearing whispers sometimes. And I wonder if that can contribute to why people think locations are haunted because they're not understanding what they're hearing. But I don't actually know, and I don't have a formed opinion about if it does cause hauntings. I do feel like there was a trend in like the early 2000s where like everything was about there's a river nearby and it's haunted, and now there's a trend of there's a portal because there's two mirrors pointing at each other. Like it's interesting how some of these theories kind of
And
become
there's ley
trends.
lines and also a puddle. Oh no.
Oh, the puddle's a mirror, it's a portal.
Oh
you
my
know?
god, the third mirror. I don't know. I guess I just can't believe this because then I'd feel like the ocean would just be like
To be fair, ocean is super haunted.
Yeah,
Like
that's what I'm saying. Wouldn't it just be like so condensed with ghosts at this point that like why would you go to a house to find a haunted? You just go to the ocean.
right.
But that's why I'm like, I don't believe in ghosts, because you realize how many people die like every second on Earth.
Mhm.
Like if there were human ghosts, it just doesn't make sense. Like we would all be having a lot more experiences than we do. You know?
What if they have to
So.
sign paperwork? Because I wouldn't do paperwork to be a ghost. My thing is like Houdini got up there and they're like, actually, there's like a waiting period, and then you have to sign this paperwork, and we need like 6 points of identification. And then he's like, I didn't bring my passport, and they're like, oh, you'll have to file for a while. So
I have a
that's,
question
like,
for the panel.
Yeah. Yes,
This
please.
whole conversation we just had prompted an idea in my head. If you could choose to be a ghost, would you?
No. I would just move on to the next life. No ghost.
Okay, I want to modify that question just a little bit. If you could choose to be a ghost for a specific amount of time and then
Okay.
do something else, would you? Because I wouldn't want to do it forever, but I would want to try.
Yeah,
To see
for
what
a
you can get
specific
away
amount
with.
of time. Yeah, that would be interesting. Just if you could choose to move on when you're ready to move on, then yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
No, I would do it. Mess with some teenagers like Ouija boards on like a TikTok.
Yes.
And be like tiki.
Or like change the vibe of paranormal ghost investigation, like put 6-7 up on a spirit box, see what they're gonna do about it. Like
Yeah.
like seriously, like we never see modern lingo. It's always specifically Victorian, usually white people. Like it's so specific.
Yeah.
It just gotta shake it
Or
up.
like you see them go and do these ghost hunts in like Italy, and they're getting like English words. I'm like, come on. Like,
I know. I think folks think that they can transcend language, but if you think it's a person, do you think they suddenly have all the knowledge in the world because they are a ghost? Like that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
to me that wouldn't make any sense. It's like the whole thing about talking, because I feel like why, like if you don't believe in intelligent hauntings, first off, like how intelligent are these ghosts? Because like learning a new language is very difficult, and maybe you become omnipotent. I don't understand that. Once again, how are you a ghost is the question. But like the way that we speak, if I even like today, I'm sure Claire, there's some words I've said that Claire's like, I kind of can use context clues to understand what you're saying, but like I have like American terms, she has British terms that I don't fully know. I know Seg was getting yelled at in his live with Stevie and Kenny when he said torch, and they're like, oh, they're Americans, they don't know what those are. And I'm like, I do know what a flashlight is, but thank you. But
Seg was also referring to the boot of the car, and I find that
Yeah.
hilarious because I got teased once for calling it a trunk in Ireland.
yeah, or like the
Oh
pram
yeah,
and
no,
things
you'll
like
be
that. Yeah.
teased in UK for calling it the wrong thing.
But
Yes.
like my point is like a ghost cannot understand me. I just had, for some research I'm doing, I just had to read 1800s American English. What
Toughest thing you'll ever do.
Well,
my God.
yeah, and that's saying you would not understand some, like if
No.
you go back to like King Henry VIII time, you would not understand what the hell they're saying. Nobody would.
No.
So like it's silly. Yeah.
So like why would they understand me? And also like
Yeah.
the ghost wouldn't find me funny, and that would kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. And I think we would just like I don't know, we wouldn't understand each other. It would just be very frustrating. So yeah, that's the part I don't get either. Also, if I was a ghost and I could figure out how to manipulate those like the stupid ghost app things, I would say the most random things. Like I would like put directions on how to like a
Yeah.
peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something, like bread.
I
peanut
would
butter.
like I get them to like follow me. I'd be like, follow me, and then I would just like lead them off into some random way and just like waste their time, like waste like their whole night and lead them into the forest. Be like, turn right, turn left, go straight.
You possess
Just like
a
walk
GPS.
them out of the location. Like, you can
Yeah.
go now. Bye.
Slam the door. Claire, how about you? Would you be a ghost?
I mean, yeah, if it was just a certain amount of time, then yeah, sure. But yeah, you just have to have a play around, wouldn't you? You'd have to see what you've. I mean, for all of us here, what we've devoted a significant portion of our free time to see were we really right after all or not?
Yeah, like, what is it actually like? Like, what is actually going on?
Yeah, exactly.
So with that being said, we have 10 minutes left, and I know some people either need to go to bed or just do other things, and I appreciate everyone for their time. So I just want to take this time to thank all of you for joining me. This was a really great time. I hope you had a great time. To everyone listening, please be sure to follow all of these ladies, as well as Laura from Raw Side Paranormal and Fantastique Publishing. Sarah, they couldn't be here today, but you should go follow them. As I said, I'll go back in and I'll add Heart Mode Horror, Paranormal Simulations, and Paranormal Brew into the description, as well as Beardo, Side Eye Guy, and Kenny. Remember, this is Galentine's Day, so I'm like, maybe they show the ladies a little bit of love. Just saying. Just saying. That being said, I'm going to let everybody once again just promote themselves for a little bit before we exit out. But before that, I need to say, everybody make sure you are paying your rent. So rent here on Ladies Fright is either liking, commenting, or subscribing. Subscribing is a big one. And by the end of this, I'll also let you in on how you can get 10%. But I'm going to let these ladies promote themselves first, and maybe they can make some offers for you as well. So, yes, Claire, do you just want to go over what you do one more time and where people can find you?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much for Galentine's as well. It's been a lovely way to spend Sunday evening. Yeah, if you like hearing about the history behind haunted places and the little ghost stories that go along with it, then I pretty much just yap at your face for 20 to 30 minutes once a week and have a good laugh doing it. So yeah, you can find me at Don't Scare Claire on YouTube, and also Don't Scare Claire on Facebook and Instagram if YouTube isn't enough for you and you want more of this. So yeah, that's where you can find me.
I will say her stories are great, and if you're like, I don't know, I just need something relaxing, Claire has a very great way of telling stories and this is meant in the utmost like nice way that will put you to sleep, and it's so great. Sometimes I listen to her when I'm like, I just need to be a little bit scared, but also I'm tired. So but also, Claire, that's the way that you get people to listen on repeat, because they're like, oh no, I missed it, I gotta go back and listen again.
Yeah, how do you think I get the watch time? People like 8 hours sleep. They're just watching the video.
She's gonna do like a master cut of like 10 hours of her stories and call it for sleep.
I mean, everyone does do it. I recommend it for story channels. Yeah. I listen to a bunch to fall asleep, so I like the mixes. Yeah.
Florio, you're up next.
All right. Well, my channel's Florio Files on YouTube. And yeah, you can find me there. And then most of my social media is like Florio Files, Florio, whatever. I'm wherever you want to look.
She's right behind you if you look quick enough. Jenny, how about you?
Yes, so you can find me on YouTube at Jenny Twigs and on Instagram. That's really like the only other place that I tend to post. Doing a lot of historical research into some places that haven't had a lot of research done. Not to spoil, but my next video I'm actually talking about a supposedly famous haunted house that literally nobody has put the history of together or online, which caused me a little bit of craziness, but it's okay. I lost many nights of sleep. It's going to be wonderful. Yeah, but that's what I do over on my channel.
It's very exciting. And I can't wait. Stevie, how about you?
I run Truth or Demons podcast. My focus is on the Warrens, but I do cover other things. I like diving deep into the Warrens' cases, their stories, their experiences, their perpetuated nonsense. And I also like investigating, and I haven't been able to investigate recently in like the last couple years, but I just got to do 2 investigations, and I will have videos up for those very soon. I got to go to the McIntyre Villa in Atchison, Kansas, and also the Sally House. And spoiler, I didn't find any ghosts.
Oh, wait, was it you guys went to the villa? The villa? Is that what that
McIntyre
post
Villa,
was about? Was
Yeah.
was it about Kenny and you guys? Oh, that person's salty. Okay. They're salty because no ghosts were found. Yeah.
We could talk about that off this, but yeah. So thank you once again for you all coming. Let me just tell everybody before we dash. I will tell these ladies right now: do not leave just yet. After I stop the stream, just give it a few seconds, and I'll give directions after. I am Ladies Fright. My name is Joan, and here at Ladies Fright, we offer 10% if you like, comment, or subscribe. 10% of what, I hear you asking? Well, for this time, I'm offering you that you could be 10% more likely to get invited to next Valentine or Galentine's Day. You could be 10% more likely to receive chocolate. Or you could be 10% more likely to be my Valentine. But you won't know that until you do one of those 3 things. But if you do all 3 of them, it becomes 30%. And, it just builds on itself. So, that being said, I hope you all have a great night, evening, start of your day. Have a great time. I hope your team wins, whatever sport they're doing. And yeah, we love you all. Have a great Valentine's Day. Thank you, everybody. Bye.